if you've heard these words, you need to focus a little bit more on getting your work done and following through, and a little less time on socializing. Well, that might mean you're a high I leader. In leadership, it's important to know your own leadership style, not just because you can maximize your strengths, but also to learn where your opportunities are to adapt to meet the needs of your team. If you're new to the DISC model, it categorizes our personality and our observable behaviors into 4 different categories: dominance, influential, steadiness, and conscientiousness. And we're a mix of all of them, but we do have a slight lean towards 1 or maybe even 2 styles when we naturally communicate with others. Hi, my name is Tammy Dunnett, your leadership and communication skills coach, and in today's video we're talking about the high I leadership style, the influential style. Just what's a high I leader? The high I in the DISC model is influential, inspiring. High I's are the entertainers in the workplace. They also think fast on theh feet, and they like to use their intuition. And some of their basic needs are recognition, approval, and popularity. Now, when you're thinking of a high I, think of Rick Mercer, Ellen DeGeneres, or Jim Carrey. Now, their natural strengths and leadership style shines in occupations like sales, public relations, and trial attorneys, surprisingly. And while they thrive on getting people involved and sharing ideas, there's some challenges working with a high I as well. And if you want to maximize the performance and the outcomes of a high I leader, stay tuned. I've got some ideas for you. Now here's a sneak peek at my office, and it's going to give you clues as to the high I. It looks a little disorganized. There's stuff everywhere on my desk, but I know where everything is. This is an indicator of a high I mind. Things may not look organized, but they have this creative flow that they know where everything is on their desk, and so don't go around fixing it for them because it's going to cause them stress. Now, your high I leader, your influential leader, will thrive in an environment where they have an opportunity to inspire or to influence others. So think titles, promotion. They also love a friendly environment where they can share their ideas because they have a lot of them. And because they have a lot of ideas and they get really swept up with the possibilities, they can lack focus, time management, and follow through. And a high I leader is a fast-paced person. It's like, boom, let's go, let's have fun. Let's not worry about the details. Rules are meant to be guidelines, not, fence posts. They have a hard time slowing down sometimes to look at the details, and that is one of the blind spots or weaknesses of your high I leader. And in fact, their short attention span and need for fast movement can lead them to feeling really bored and uninspired in environments where there's a lot of focus on the details and things move slowly. Now, that influential leader style, the high I, may see themselves as someone who's easy to talk to, appreciates new ideas, and confident in themselves. But others may not see you that way, especially when there is stress involved. Under stress, you may actually perceive as someone who is a poor listener, someone who's too self-promotional. Your idea is the best idea. And you might be seen as someone who breaks the rules or doesn't follow the rules. I feel so called out with this one. Now, if you're working with a high I leader or you suspect you're working with a high I leader, here's a motto to help you think about your engagements. Keep it friendly and keep it fun, and maybe a little bit fast. So here's 5 tips to working with a high I leader to help maximize your relationship, their strengths, and we minimize that drag on that creativity and innovativeness that they bring to the table. Number 1, fun and speed are critical. Keep your conversations light, engaged, friendly, fun. Otherwise, that boredom's going to hit and they'll disengage. Number 2, keep your conversations lighthearted and informal. Toss in a personal story every once in a while. Number 3, invite them to share their ideas. Now, here's a quick caveat around that. You may want to put a container because the high I ideas will just explode. So you may want to give a time limit or a focus so that they can be contributing but not distracting. And number 4, allow some time for just conversation and feelings. High I's are people-focused leaders. And number 5 is probably one of my favorites because I resonate so deeply with this one. A high I will think out loud. I call it throwing the spaghetti on the ceiling, and I'm going to pick out what's really meaningful. But for me to process, everything's got to come out. and some of it, nothing. Others, really excited about. So when a high I leader thinks out loud, you'll want to clarify if they're brainstorming or if they're generating ideas that the team should be then implementing. Now, what happens if there's a conflict that arises with a high I leader? You can probably see in their approach to it, they're going to try to lighten the mood, make some jokes, bring some levity to the situation because they're usually uncomfortable with conflict. And this may even include storytelling. It's another way to bring a new perspective to a heavy topic and lighten the energy. Now that's enough information to get you started with understanding those influential leadership styles in the workplace. My name is Tammy Dunnett, your leadership and communication skills coach. And if you'd like to learn more about your own personalized leadership style, which, by the way, you're a blend of all 4 styles I'll be talking about in this series of videos, then check the description box below. There's either a workshop or an assessment that you can click in on, and we can get you some information so you can start leading more effectively and creating better teams today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with someone who you think might be that high I.